Hello everyone, welcome to Chirag's Python tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn login, register and log out in Python Django with PostgreSQL database. So here I am using the PostgreSQL database. You can use the other databases also. So step by step, we will go through that, and documentation I will provide with my website chirags.in. There you can get the documentation, and I will put it the path also. So first thing is we need the Python. So we need the Python for that we have to download the Python from this URL. So copy the URL and open in your browser. You have an option that the download Python 3.12.3. So this is the latest version for the Windows. I'm just working with the Windows. So just assume that I have downloaded, and there is a folder here. I have this file. So just right click on the file and go to the run as administrator. Add Python exe to the path. Install now. So after downloading this one, install the Python. So we did this part up to this. Now setting up the Django project. So assuming we have the already created the Django project, ensure that we have the necessary app installed. So this is the command for the install Django. Installation is completed. Now I have to go to the path where I am going to create the project. So this is the path. So this is a Chirag Python tutorial. Here I am going to create the path. So open cmd there and run the command. So my first command is pipe django. So pipe install django. So click on enter. So already installed. So if you don't have installed, then you have to install the step-by-step process. So first we have to download the Python, then we have to install pipe install Django. After that I am going to create the Django app. So command is Django admin start project. I'm just giving the name Chirag project. So project is created. I'm going to inside the project. Now I'm going to create the app. Python manage py and start app. So I'm just going to the account name. App name is accounts. There I will create the login register, all the things. So click on enter. Now I'm going to open this one in VS Code. For that, code dot, let it open. I'm going to close this. So you can able to see there is Chirag projects and there is accounts. So account is my app. First I'm going to configure the Django setting. So go to the your settings.py. There is install apps are there. Here I'm just adding my app. My app name is accounts, and there is a database. So default this here this is using the SQLite database. So I'm going to use the PostgreSQL. So PostgreSQL. So this is the PostgreSQL name of the database. Login, register, logout. I'll just create database with this name. I need other details like username, user, password, host. My user, I'm using the Postgres default user, and I have a, while installing the Postgres, I have given the password. This is admin at the 123. My host name is localhost. So this is deploy in my local. Now one more thing I'm going to create here in the settings.py. So there is authentication setting I'm using. Authentication setting. I'll just create the default login redirect URL and logout default redirect URL. So login, so this one login, logout. So I have created the default login redirect URL and logout default redirect URL. Now I'm going to implement the user registration. So close this one, open views.py. So some library I need. So from Django shortcuts, render, redirect. Then from Django contrib auth forms import user creation form from Django contrib auth import login. So these are the library I need. Now I'm going to define my register function. Request. So this is the register function I'm going to define here. So if then request method. Double equal to, I'm just checking the post. So if required method is equal to post, then I'll go to the inside, then form user creation form request post. Here I'll write the condition if and else condition. In if condition, I'll check the form is valid or not, and else condition, I'll just create the form and I'll just get the render page, HTML page. So if condition, I'll just check form is valid, then user form save. Whatever the data will come, I'll just send the data, I'll just save and login. I'll creating the login function request user. So I'm passing this to the login. Then here return redirect, I'm just home. So here I'll write some comment to your home page. Okay, Then I'll write the else condition. Home user creation return render request, and I'll just put the path. So I'm just in users, I'll create the page now, register.html. So register HTML, and I'll pass the form there. Form form. So uh, register math function work is completed. Now I'm just going to create the template and base.html. So path will be inside the account. I'll just create the templates user, create folder, templates, users, and inside the user I'll just create base.html. I'll write the block and block name content. So block and end block, okay, and block content. Now I'm going to create the register.html page. So inside the users, right click on that, new page, register.html. I'll extend. So I'll just write the extends, and extend I'll just give the path. So users slash base.html. So for the designing purpose, for the layout purpose, I'm just creating the base.html. Here I'll just call the CSS and JavaScript for all the pages. Next, so base.html is created. My block name is content. So here I'll just start writing. So this is my register page. So anchor tag I'm taking here, href, URL. Okay. URL, then login, then this will be the login login button, and similarly I'll create register. So login and register, and this one is my h1, I'm taking the h1 tag, register page. Okay. So this is my register page, and I will start the form here. Form method post. So inside the form, I need the CSRF token, anti-forgery token. CSRF token. I'm calling the default form, and there is a button type, submit, register button. So my register page completed. Now I'm going to create the home page. So right click on the user, create a new file, home.html. Extend users, then base. Now I need the block content, and block content. So here we have to check if request user is authenticated. If request user is authenticated means that user is authenticated, then I'll just call the pages. I'll show the username, request dot user dot username. So if user is logged in, then I am showing the username to the user inside the home.html page. Okay, so and I'll just give the logout link. Logout. So user is authenticated, then I'm showing him this information, else. And so else condition, what I'll write, I'll just show the login and registration link. And now I'm going to write welcome. So in the home page, this is the first page. I'll just consider this one. Here I'll just check the user is authenticated, then I'll just show the username and log out. And if user is not logged in, then I'll just show him to login and register page. After doing this, I'm just going to implement the login and register, login and logout views in my views.py. So registration is completed. Deep depth user underscore login request if request method is equal to post, then username is equal to request dot post of username. Similarly, I'll get the password Now I'll just authenticate the user. User is equal to authenticate. So authenticate packaging authenticate. I'll just pass the request objects. So object I am passing the username, and I need the password. Okay, authenticate is not defined, so I have to define the authenticate. So from Django contrib auth import authenticate, and I need the logout also. So I'm just adding the logout. Now authenticate is coming here. Next, if user is not none, then I will go to the login and I'll pass the request and user. Return redirect. I'll pass to the home page. Home. Redirect to your home page. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just return to the I'll just render to the login page. Render request of user slash login.html. So I have to create the login.html. So let me create the login.html first. So right click here, go there and login.html. So login.html is created. Now I need the extends users slash base.html. Second, I need the content. Block content, and middle of that I'll just start writing. So I need the login and same as I'm taking this one, login register. This is my login page. Then I need the form, so I'm copying the form from here. So form method post crf token is created. I'm removing this. I'm creating the label. Label for username, and then I'm writing the username label, label. So label is created. Now I need the text box. Input type is equal to text. Input type is equal to text. My field name is username, and I'm putting the required. This is the required. And I'm writing the br tag. So similarly, I need the password. So copy this line and paste it. I'm changing the password. So this is a username, password, name is equal to password, and type also I'm just giving the password. So password won't be visible while typing. And I need the button. So button, I'm just giving the login, type is equal to submit login. I'm calling after submit button, I'm just calling this, and I'm just giving URL to register, and here I'm writing don't have account, then click here. If you don't have account, then click here, it will redirect to the register page. So all the pages are created. Now I need to configure the home page for the default page and logout button. So both the pages I'm going to create. So there I'm creating dev user underscore logout request logout. So logout, there is I'm passing the request, and I'm just going to redirect to the home page. And next is user home request, and here I'll just render the home page. Render request user home.html. So all the pages function defined here. Now I am going to create the URL configuration. So all the pages are created. There is a URL inside the project. There is a URL. So I'll just create the URL. So inside the accounts, I'll just create a file. urls.py. Right click there, urls.py. And here I will call from django dot urls import path. Then from views import register user underscore login, user underscore logout, user underscore home. All the functions I have defined here. Then I need the URL pattern, so I'll copy the pattern from here. And before this, I need the path and include. I'll just include and this is a path. I'll create the accounts, and inside the accounts I'm just include and my URL. So just now I created the URL inside the accounts.urls. So inside the URLs I have created. So same thing, I am just calling with the, whenever the Django project works, it will call the urls.py with the main, and inside the accounts we are creating the URLs. This is the secondary. So URL path user underscore home name is equal to, I'm giving the name, this one, home. So first one will be the home. So home, it will call the home page. Similarly, I'll create the login, register and logout. Login slash, and this one my user login, and here I'll just write login. Similarly, I'll do register okay, this one is register only, so I'm calling it this one register, and final one is logout. So home, user login, register, logout. So all the paths are created. Now I am going to run the migration. So apply changes, whatever we did, and we have created the database. Let me check with the database name. So I have to create the database. Open your pgadmin. So this is the GUI tool for the PostgreSQL. So I'm using the Postgres database. Let me log in. My default password admin at the 123. Right click on database, go to the create database, and here I'm just going to create the login, register and logout database. In default, there is, you go to the schema. Inside the schema there is tables. We don't have tables now. Now I'm going to use the migration. So go to the terminal, new terminal. So Python manage.py make migrations. So enter, no changes are detected. Now I'm going to run python manage.py migrate. So apply changes are done. Let me go to the page and let me check with the database. Yeah, related, all the tables are created. So I'm just targeting the auth user that we don't have any data. Okay, so now I'm going to run the server. So for the running the server, command is python manage.py run server server. So this is running with the this is the link. Just copy the link, or you can click the control plus click, then also it will work. I'm going to open here. Okay, so there is the admin and accounts. Now I'm going to call slash account slash register. Home. So project Django try to the pattern. In order to this, accounts home did not match of any of these. Let me go through the URLs. Let me check. So there's a path include, okay, accounts include accounts URLs. Now I go to the URLs, urls.py. Django URLs import path, and from views import register login, this thing path is the default path is home, register login user home. So let me check the error. So get this one accounts home URL, try to your pattern in the order home login register logout admin account slash home is equal to home. The current path accounts home did not match any of these. Okay, so I put it the blank here. See, inside home is not matching with that, so I put it the blank. So next is login. So click on this, login is opening, click on there, register is not opening. What is the error? So here you are getting error, value error at the accounts register, and there is a did not return as the HTTP request object in return null none stand. So go to the your function. There is a function register. Here function is the register here, and we are able to see there if condition is there, and if post is equal to, if post data will be posted, then there is some condition, and we don't have the else condition. So this is the my else condition. So when the data will post, means method will be the post, then it will go inside of this, else user creation form will be visible. So control S and just refresh the page. So you can able to see now username, password and confirm password field is created, and we have a text boxes, 3 text boxes, and this data whenever we will save the data, it will go to the my Postgres database. This is a Postgres GUI, phpMyAdmin database GUI. So inside that there is a table is auth underscore user. So auth underscore user, we don't have any data now. So let me just insert one data. So click on register. So logout is coming, the username is coming, and then is a welcome. Now let me check with the database. Yeah, one data is inserted. This is the password and timestamp, and here you go username. So data is inserted successfully, and we have a login. Just go to the logout, go to the login, and I'm login with same detail. So I'm able to log in. If I'll put that wrong details here, what it will happen? So I am not able to log in. So whatever the data you are inserted into the database for the with the register, then only you can go to the session inside the page. So I am just register with one more. So click on register. Super admin password it. Click on. So here also I am able to log in, and you can check with the database. So data is inserted into the database. Data is inserted, and here you can check your username. So in this video we have learned how to log in, register and log out in the Python Django with the Postgres database. So there is a step by step is given there. I will provide you the all the codings, all the codes, and the documentation also. You can go through that, and you can easily do the login, register and log out with the Python Django. So thank you for watching. Hope this will help.